What's going on, beautiful people?
How y'all doing? To
Goddess Gossip
with Jamila and
Kayla.
Yes, and we are in the building today. You know how we do every Thursday. We come give you guys some good conversation for the nation. You know, this is how we do. So today we have a really good topic for y'all.
We do.
And it's something that a lot of people struggle with.
A lot of people struggle with it, and it's a battle, and
it's hard.
They fight themselves.
They don't want to do it.
Listen, we about to teach y'all today the gift of goodbye.
The gift of goodbye.
Because you have to understand, it is a gift. It's a gift for you, and it's a gift for the other person. The gift of goodbye, so that you can then receive the gift of healing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Isn't that just so awesome?
Absolutely.
And both of them take extreme courage and power
and work
and vulnerability.
Oh, that word, nobody likes that word.
Oh, I hate that word. Being vulnerable? Good God, I hate being vulnerable.
That word.
Oh, it's like the worst thing ever, but after you do it, it's the most freeing thing.
You took the word right out of my mouth. It is so freeing to be able to be vulnerable. And the thing about it is, when you're dealing with so much, you can't necessarily let them guards down. But once you do learn the gift of goodbye and you release those things that are not supposed to be, I promise you, vulnerability will come to you like second nature, and you won't be scared to
be vulnerable with people, places, and things. Like you'll just you'll just let it go, because when you trust yourself, it's easier to be vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you're firm in who you are and what it is that you stand for, it's definitely easier for you to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But y'all know how we start the show. We start the show with a moment in media. So, our moment in media today is going to come from Miss K Love and one of these fantastic young men that we have in the city of Augusta that's doing some cool, dope stuff in the city.
Listen, guys, if you're under the sound of my voice, first and foremost, I want you to, soon as we finish, look, don't leave us, but as soon as we finish, definitely go and find on Facebook, find on Instagram, find on social media, YouTube, everywhere, Medea's No Bullying Zone. Medea's No Bullying Zone. Mm-hmm. This young man, his name is Genesis Williams. He actually is a high school student here in Augusta, Georgia, and he is phenomenal. If you guys don't know him, let me tell you, first of all, I met the young man. He was dressed up as Medea. We were at a event. It was a red ribbon event. Matter of fact, it was bullying week. It was bullying. It was red ribbon for bullying or something of that nature. We had an event here in Augusta, Georgia, where all of the different schools locally, they came downtown and they did like a battle of the bands. All of the different all of the different bands performed. The choruses performed. It was really nice. But when it was all said and done, I turned around and I promise y'all, I thought I seen Medea. And I was like, what? Medea? I said, hey. And then y'all know he hit me with the, hello. He started talking to me like he was Medea, and I was just like, I like you, kid. You are so cool. So long story short, if you follow him, you will see that, what he does, essentially with Medea's No Bullying Zone, is he goes around to different schools, different functions, whatnot, and he pretty much does seminars on bullying, for kids. And so he literally takes the Medea style and, everything of that nature, and he puts a positive spin on it for children. So much so that when they had the ribbon cutting for Tyler Perry Studios, he was there and he had the chance to meet Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry Studios is actually following him on Instagram now.
That is cool.
And then they fully support his vision. They fully support everything that he's doing. And so it is amazing. And I'm so glad to have met him. I will drop this on you guys. And that is that for the month of December, he will be doing a coat drive And so if anyone has any lightly used coats or jackets or even brand new, whatever you can afford to give, certainly, or even donations. If you find him on Facebook, Madea's No Bullying Zone, or his name on Facebook is Genesis Williams, hit him up and let him know, hey, I want to donate to your cause, or, just support this young man because he has a huge vision. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm behind him 100%. We have to start investing in our children.
Absolutely.
Early. Let's not wait until our kids are 18 and they trying to figure out what they want to do with their life because they in high school about to graduate and they don't know what direction to go in. Let's cultivate our kids' gifts at an early age. And I believe if we are to do that, we can have such a phenomenal turnaround when it comes down to what kids are doing when they actually do get out of school.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. That's something that I stand by, is invest in your children's dreams now, so that when they're an adult, they're not lost looking for what it is that they want to do or trying to do, because you've invested in them and instilled some stuff in them that they've already wanted to do. Not what you wanted them to do, but what they wanted to do. So shout out to you, Mr. Genesis Williams. This is dope. I seen it actually. It came across my feed today because he had the news actually covered
every event that he does. They are there. Like he has. I'm so proud of his network. Mm-hmm. Like you don't see that happen with kids. Like he's not shy. He's not scared. Like he goes out and he makes sure that he's seen. Like every single thing that he does, the news is there.
You can't miss him walking around looking like Madea.
You can't. But I'm also grateful for the different people in the community that are, pillars in the community that are standing behind him, because he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing without the support. So shout out to the different school principals and things that are letting him come in, even at a young age and speak to his peers. Because, some of these people are really his age and not much younger.
How old is
he's going in. I want to say he's either a junior or a senior.
Cool.
He's a junior or a senior. He might be a sophomore, honestly. I just know that he's in high school and he goes to ARC and he's phenomenal.
I just know that it's just so many dope people here actually in the city. If you're local in Augusta, get out and network and talk to some people and mingle. It's a lot going on here.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on here. So shout out to Mr. Genesis Williams. Goddess Gossip supports you.
We do. You know I love you.
We need to interview you, so Genesis.
We
need you.
Come on. We need Madea to come on our show.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
It's gonna be so funny. No, we are.
Like
we're definitely gonna do it. We're gonna have him, and we're gonna have a whole session, child. Y'all gonna be able to do a Q&A, all of that, because he's phenomenal. I watch his lives even when he's just doing his normal. It's hilarious. So that is K-Love's moment of media. I'm gonna share my moment of media that I shared with y'all last week. And that is to pay attention to the case going on at the Supreme Court right now, that Comcast is appealing the Byron Allen case for Comcast for discrimination. He is suing Comcast for $20 billion. He has a case for $20 billion, guys. And that is for economic inclusion, because he feels like he is excluded to have his networks broadcast on Comcast platforms, Comcast and Charter at that. So definitely the case started yesterday on the Supreme Court. Do all that you can to stay abreast of it, because what they are doing is looking at the Civil Rights Act of 1866, Section 1981. So you need to look it up. Going all the way back.
Yeah, you need to look it up and see what the Civil Rights Act of 1866 did. And what it did was give us equality after slavery.
You better know.
And they're actually looking at this to see if they are going to move forward with giving us this right, or continuing the right, or if they're going to take it back. And so, guys, that's something that we all need to be abreast of, and not just Black people, but minorities, everyone in America needs to be paying attention to this case, because we all can be affected by the results of this case. And another quick thing I just wanted to share, it just popped in my brain, is, guys, if you're local and you're in Georgia, please go out and make sure that you are still registered to vote because they did go in and they are going into the system and actually doing like a swipe and taking out, I think 300,000 people that are inactive voters. They are taking that, taking you off of the list for a registered voter. So definitely go out and check that information. Make sure that you are not on that list, so that when it's time for us to go out and vote next year, or any upcoming elections that you have in general, that we can go out and definitely rock the vote and not get turned around when you get there because you are no longer registered to vote because you are inactive.
So just make sure you got your stuff in order. Just stay on top of your stuff. Stay on top of your stuff. I also want to talk about the fact that we have if you guys are local here in the CSRA, you know that there's a lot of different plants here. And so just today I was watching the news and there is a plant that just closed down and there's like 700 people that are going to be without a job for this upcoming holiday season. So just, those are the people that I'm like, man, like, I don't understand how these companies, this is not the right time. Like, it's not even a laughing matter, but this is not the right time. Y'all could have waited until the new year or, let the holidays pass, because now these people are going to literally be scrambling as to what to do, now. And this is real. Like, the economy and all of these different, first of all, let me say this. Get y'all a side hustle.
Get y'all
a hustle.
Yes.
Everybody ought to have a hustle. Because what you don't want to land yourself in a situation to where you go to an organization and they're shutting down. You don't want that to be the case. And if that is the case, you want to be able to be like, oh, well, child, I'm good. I got, this laid to the side. You know what I'm saying? But everybody isn't able. So definitely those are going to be the families that I'm, looking out to when it comes down to turkey giveaways and, this coat drive that's going on. Those are the families that I'll be looking for, because that's really hard to lose your job right before all of the season.
Yeah, and it's a season of giving. When you give, you'll receive back in abundance. So if you have it, and you have anything to share in this upcoming holiday season, please share, because there's going to be many people that need extra support. And as she said, if you're local, go downtown, maybe buy someone some lunch. You never know what a kind gesture may do. I'm
so glad that you said that. Let me tell you something. I didn't even tell you this. This is her first time hearing this too, y'all. It pays, guys, to be kind. It pays. Let me tell you, I was in corporate America at my corporate job, right? Cool. And I was on the phone with this elderly lady for 2 hours. 2 hours. And she wanted to get an upgrade. Like, she was getting a tablet. I was about to send her out a tablet. And she didn't know how to go in to check her text message while she was on the phone. She lives in a rehabilitation center. So while we're on the phone, we had been on the phone like a good 45 minutes. The whole time she's trying to ask people that work at the rehab where she lives, can they help her? She literally only needs help getting to her text messages. Nobody ain't help her child. Like, nobody. We were on the phone for every bit of 45 minutes. Nobody stopped. Nobody helped her. Finally, one of the workers came over and she was like, hey, what you need, honey? I got you. She pulled it up, got it taken care of for her, stayed with her the whole time. Okay, fine. Now that she did that part, I needed her to do an electronic signature. So
she didn't know how to do that.
Exactly, right? So we're on the phone for over an hour now. The other young lady ends up getting another worker that's there, and he comes, stops what he's doing right in the middle of what he's doing. He comes over and helps. When it was all said and done, we were on the phone for 2 hours. But right before I got off the phone, I said, can I please have you guys' names? And he was like, why? I was like, because I want to call your company and tell them how amazing you are. Like, I spent over 45 minutes on the phone with this lady, listening to her ask your coworkers for help, and not one person stopped to help her. But out of the entire time, nobody stopped. Like, it was literally like you had some people that was like, hold on, I'll be right there. Just blew her off. You know what I'm saying? And these two people stopped. And so they gave me their names. And I promise y'all, as soon as I got off the phone, I was going to lunch So as soon as I got off the phone, I called. I asked the young lady, the lady that I was, my customer, I asked her what was the name of the rehab where she was. I Googled it. I got their number and I called. And I gave both of them a kudos. And the lady that was on the other end of the line, she was like, and you said that you're from blank blank? That's my corporate America company. And I was like, yes, ma'am. And she was like, wow, that doesn't happen. And I said, I said, that's the problem. I said, too often we want to tell people when they do a bad job. Too often we're going to call and complain and we're going to give all of the negative energy. We're going to tell you all about it. But when somebody does a great job, when somebody makes an impact, we don't share that. We don't give them their flowers. We don't reward them. We don't appreciate those kind of people when they're in the moment. I'm not about to just because he was like, well, she could tell him. What they were saying to me was that the lady that I was dealing with could tell them how good of a job that they did. And I'm like, yeah, but in that case, they could just look at it like she just doing that because she see y'all and maybe y'all her favorites. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, when they hear it from me, they're going to know it's real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if I could say anything to you guys is if somebody does something and they're kind to you, I don't care what type of business organization it is, stop that, take that extra mile, take that extra minute and thank people, appreciate them. When you go to a restaurant and you get excellent service from your waiter, tip your waiter, tip your waitress. Like, let them know that you appreciate the service that they provided. I'm telling you, that goes a long way and it can make somebody's entire day. You never know. Like, those people could be working at that job forever and never got recognition. And my call could have been the difference between them getting the position that they applied for and not getting the position. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know the impact that you can have just by spreading love and kindness to people. And I had to drop that on y'all because it was in my spirit. So
I just saw a girl in the store today and she came up and she was asking me, she was like, where do you shop? She's like, I just had a baby and I got a little extra weight on. I told her, I said, honey, you're beautiful and be kind to yourself. She was like, oh, thank you. And I kept talking to her and I was like, so, she's like, I just moved here from Virginia. And I'm like, all right, so are you here by yourself? She was like, yeah, and I have this baby and it's just me and my husband. I told her, take my number. I was like, maybe if you need a date night or something with your husband, I could watch the baby for you. But see, stuff like that, you just never know.
You never know. You never know why people drop into your life. You never know why people drop into your path. You know what I'm saying? You going on about your business and you just never know why people drop into your path. You never know why things happen. Heck, I told you about something that happened for me today. Jamila ain't so happy about that news I gave her, but we'll drop that on y'all when the time comes. If it comes, we drop that.
I don't want to share that with y'all. We is not sharing that with y'all. But it's good. It's good. But I ain't really that happy about it. But anyway.
So guys, like we promised, today we want to talk about the gift of goodbye.
It's a gift.
It is a gift. I've learned in life that a lot of things are gifts that are kind of bittersweet. Like feedback, it's a gift. You know what I'm saying? People don't necessarily may not like the feedback, but at the same time, feedback is a gift because if I'm sharing something with you that impacted me, something that you did impacted me, who's to say that what you did didn't impact somebody else, but they was just too shy to tell you about it and you really hurt their feelings? You know what I'm saying? So we want to share with you guys how you can gift goodbye. Like, you can give the gift of goodbye to people and you don't have to feel guilty about it. You don't have to feel guilty about giving someone the gift of goodbye because at the end of the day, it's a gift for both of you guys.
Absolutely.
It's a gift for both of you because you're releasing something that no longer serves you. And by you releasing something that no longer serves you, you are now giving them the freedom to go and find what suits them best.
And what's going to suit you best as well. Because it's a two-way exchange.
It is.
It's definitely a two-way exchange. But yeah, the gift of goodbye. So I've experienced the gift of goodbye. And the gift of goodbye put a pit in my stomach, y'all. I just felt so sick. I didn't know what to do. So when I separated from my daughter's father in 2011, and I decided that I was parting ways and I was going to move down south, it was like, it took the life out of me, y'all. Like the whole drive to Georgia, I just was like, I can't believe I did this. Like, I was sick in the car. But when I got here, it was like a relief. And it was like, you needed to do this. And now I know that it was a gift because I needed to separate myself from my comfort zone so that I could push myself to the next level. Y'all just had a whole moment. My head. But yeah, I had to push myself out of my comfort zone. And I had outgrew that relationship.
Ooh.
But because I was fearful of leaving it, I probably should have said goodbye a long time ago. But I stayed because I was fearful of.
How many of y'all done did that before?
Y'all done did that before.
Stop
I didn't.
They doing it right now.
Right now, I was fearful of what was on the other side of me not being able to come home and daddy's here. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And what really pushed me was coming here for my daughter to go to school. So when I came, I figured it out, man, and it's very rewarding after you experience it. I mean, in the process of the goodbye, it's painful, but it's beauty in everything that we experience, even the good, the bad. It's beauty.
You have to see it.
You have to see it, and I visualized it, and I seen it, and that's when I left him. As far as our relationship, when he passed away, that goodbye was a permanent goodbye. And I can say now that the gifts that I received from that goodbye has made me into the woman that you see sitting in front of you. I had to learn more independence. I tapped into my inner strength. It was just so much stuff, man, that I didn't realize that I wasn't tapping into.
Yeah.
That when he passed away, it pushed me. It was like, all right. And I made myself completely uncomfortable. I was completely uncomfortable. Let me tell y'all something. I was staying with my grandma after he passed away. I never went back to my house. I stayed with my grandma and I slept with my daughter, my 7-year-old, on a twin-size air mattress for months until I moved back to Georgia. Once I got back here, I moved with my friend. And then I had to, I said goodbye to him, then I had to say goodbye to New Jersey. I had to say goodbye to my car. I had to say goodbye.
Releasing everything,
y'all. It was just a whole bunch of stuff I just had to let go because the universe said it's time for you to release it. You need a fresh beginning. And what's so funny is this one here comes up with this topic, right?
Because, you know.
And I'm in the season right now of
releasing some
things, and I need to say goodbye to some stuff.
You and I both, though.
So that I can excel to the next level. So that I can get where I gotta be. And then at that point, you gotta say goodbye again, and you gotta excel to
it's
the
a whole
next
bunch
level.
of goodbyes.
Yes, it's a whole, you say goodbye all your life. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to say goodbye to some things. You have to let some things die off.
Right, because goodbye, guys, it's not just for people. It's people, places, and things. You have to release people, places, and things on this journey of life.
And habits.
You have to. You have to. No matter what. It's funny because I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all, but hey, we intimate. We talk. We have conversations for the nation. So once upon a time in my life, I was arrested. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because when I was arrested, while I was there, first of all, if y'all know me, y'all know my personality. You're like, what, Kayla, you was in jail? Yes, honey, I was in jail, but that's a whole nother story. And during that time, I met some women that were so impactful. Like, even to this day, I have one friend that I met, and we were both in jail, and both of our situation was horrible, you know what I mean? But thankfully, we here, and everything that they said was going to happen did never happen, you know?
Thank God, because I wouldn't have met her.
But I met this one girl, and what she said to me was, you got to be mindful of the people, places, and things. And like, I promise y'all that to this moment, that is the most impactful thing out of that entire journey that I experienced. And it has made such a difference in my entire life because I'm very mindful of the people, places, and things in my life as a result of that. Like, I know with certain people that I just can't hang with. It ain't nothing personal. I still love them, but I have to deal with them at a certain level. Otherwise, I'm going to then be taking myself back to a place where I don't want to be or where I know I shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's certain things that I used to do that I can't do in this season. It's just is what it is. You know what I mean? And one thing about it, y'all know accountability is our favorite word here on Goddess Gossip. when you decide to release these people, places, and things, you have to hold yourself accountable so that if you do slip up, you got to check yourself and be like, okay, now you slipped up, now get back on track, you know, because we're not saying that it's going to be a perfect journey. It's going to be easy to release people, places, and things. Not at all.
It's hard.
But just make sure that you stay true to you and you hold yourself accountable. Hell, you can get yourself an accountability partner if you need to, but there has to be accountability along the journey, even when you are providing somebody with the gift of goodbye. We got this topic, or should I say, I came up with this topic because I was just scrolling and I had seen this video clip so many times, but this particular day, it just did something to me. Like, I don't know if my spirit was going through something internally and I just needed to hear the message that he dropped, but I was watching this video TD Jakes did called The Gift of Goodbye, and he dropped so many gems. I'm gonna drop a few on y'all throughout our conversation for the nation tonight. But one of the things that he said, and this one probably is what stuck out the most, because we do this a lot, y'all. This is why I said y'all can't be feeling guilty. When people can walk away from you, let them walk.
Don't be crying.
Don't be holding on their coattail. Don't be pulling on their leg.
Don't keep letting them back. Let them go. Release them. Release that energy from your life and move on. Period. And sometimes it's the hardest shit in the world because you may love this person to death.
And it's killing you.
And it's killing you. Literally killing you. But you gotta let them go. When I left my daughter's father, he helped me pack, y'all.
He said, "Get the fuck ASAP."
No, it wasn't.
I'm just joking.
It wasn't that he wanted me to leave because he did not want me and his child to leave. Yeah. But because he loved me so much,
he was able to release,
and he knew what I wanted to do, and I wanted my baby in school, and that I was kind of like already mentally out of the relationship. He released me, y'all. And it was the most peaceful transition. I swear to you, I could see him right now hugging me outside in front of my building on 102 Beach Street in Patterson, New Jersey. Right? Giving me that love before I left. And it was just, oh my God, I could feel the whole energy. I could just feel I'm going to cry. It was real hard, y'all. Yeah. It was really, really hard. But he had strength to release me and let me go. And I couldn't. And at that time of immaturity, I didn't understand the gift that he was giving me to let me go. All I could think about was, this is his family, and why he not fighting for us? Look, see, y'all got tears. Why he not fighting for me? If he want me to stay, he better say something, because deep down inside, I really don't want to go.
Yep.
But I just set myself up and said, I'm leaving, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So if I want him to just fight for his family, and he didn't. But he was here in like 2 months visiting. But he was, and even though I know he was broken inside, he didn't express it, but he gave me the gift of releasing me. Not good. Ours wasn't a goodbye. It was just a release to go and be free to do what it is that I wanted to do with my life.
Because when you love somebody, you can do that. Like, and that's the thing that I also want you guys to understand. Like, when it's genuine, true love, like when somebody really loves you, they can do that. Because it's crazy to say it that way, but they really can do that. They can release you because they love you enough that they can let you go and be what you're meant to be. Especially if you're in a situation where this person really know that they ain't being the best for you. They know that they know your value, and they know that they can't provide you with what you need, whether it be on an emotional level or whatever the case may be. So when they love you, they can genuinely let you go, and it really not be any hard feelings or anything of that nature. They can just release you in love. And that's why I'm telling you, you got to understand it definitely can happen. And a lot of the times we get so caught up, and it's crazy because I feel like we stepping on the toes of another show topic that we're going to do. But I have to say it is that we get caught up in such toxic and codependent relationships that we don't realize that shit ain't love.
He just
like,
didn't have to build.
That shit is not love.
Y'all
that shit
roommates.
is toxic. It's toxic. It's codependency, and it is not love. So when somebody can genuinely release you to go and be free, that's when you know, okay, yeah, this person really loves me because they want me to go and find me. They want me to go be the best me that I can be for me. And then if it's meant to be, we can always come back and circle around, you know. But at this very moment, I have to go and I have to do what I have to do for me.
Free
Real
yourself.
talk.
Free yourself.
Real talk. Another thing that, you know, well, we talked about it already. Don't try to talk people into staying with you, loving you. And this is not even just loving you, working with you. This is business partnerships. Think about business partnerships. You might have a business partner and y'all is just the best thing. Y'all just the best thing together. Y'all mesh well. Y'all make money together. But at the same time, one of y'all got a real toxic personality, you know. So you can't. Yeah, some of y'all business some of y'all business things, should I say, are falling through because this person has a toxic personality, or they too aggressive, or whatever the case may be. Y'all, it's okay. It's okay. Release, and know that you can do it without feeling guilty. Because I think as women, that's our biggest thing, because we're such emotional characters.
Too emotional.
Because we're such emotional characters, what happens is, even if we make that decision, and Jamila just told you, she made the decision, but she said she held on to that guilt. She felt,
let me tell you
she made the decision, but she still was feeling guilty.
So bad for a long time. And I was talking to one of my guy friends, and he was like, man, I'm tired of hearing you say this shit. He was like, are you happy with your decision, or do you feel bad about it? It was like, I'm happy with my decision. He was like, well, shut the hell up and stop.
Period. Shut up about it, you know? Yeah. Living your truth.
Are you guilty or are you happy? Like, what do you feel? Like, did you make the right decision for you? And I was like, yeah, I did. I really did make the best decision for me. He was like, all right, so then that's what you need to move in.
And that's the thing, guys. We have to understand that when we making decisions, as long as you're making the decision out of a pure place, like, you're not making this decision because you're being spiteful. You're not making this decision because you have malice in your heart. You're making this decision because you genuinely know that this is the best decision for your well-being. You know that you are setting yourself up to be the best person that you can be, independently of that individual. And the thing about it is, a lot of the times when we do get connected with these people, we be so caught up that we lose ourselves.
Lose your whole
we be
self.
So caught up, like we be so dumb in love.
Women,
I'm talking to y'all. Women, I'm talking to y'all, because the men, I don't know too many men that lose themselves when it comes down. I know they do. I know they do. But I know that women,
we're probably more easily to sacrifice. That.
Listen, sacrifice ain't the word. Y'all change your whole life to accommodate this man or woman, whatever you prefer, you know. But at the end of the day, guys, we have to start loving from a pure place. We have to start loving from a pure place to the point where we can, if we need to, make the best decision for ourselves and not feel guilty about it, and know that if that person feels a way about it, that's them. That's them. That's now their issue to deal with, because at the end of the day, we are making the best decision for us. And if they really genuinely love us, how they tell us they love us, they're going to support that decision.
Absolutely.
That's just my opinion.
I agree.
That's my 100%. Opinion.
What else you got?
Your destiny isn't tied to the person who left. You got to understand that nothing that leaves you is meant for you.
Period.
Money, materialism, people.
Period.
Nothing that leaves you is meant to be yours. If it was, it would have never left. That's just what it is.
And you got to learn when to release those seasonal people, because we take seasonal people that's supposed to come through and teach you a lesson, or go through a certain time in your life with you, and you make them permanent.
It's funny that we talked about Tyler Perry, because you know in one of the plays, Medea talked about how you got leaves, branches, and roots. You got leaves, branches, and roots. Y'all can't be treating these leave-ass people like they roots.
The root people gonna be there.
They gonna keep you grounded. They gonna stay. They gonna be there. No matter what. It don't matter how much you change up because I mean, ultimately you're going to change. Like, this is life. We are created to grow and develop, right? So you're going to change. But the roots, those going to be the people that's going to be there come hell or high water.
Those are people that got authentic love for you.
Period. That agape love, baby. That's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to stop treating these leaf as people like they roots. At the end of the day, the leaves, guess what? When the wind come, one good wind come, they gone.
And you know what leaves do?
They gone.
They come every season, they stay, and they fall off.
You ever had them? You ever had them type of people? They come around for a little period of time, then you don't see them for a long time, then they come back. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have some good relationships with some people like that. You know what I mean?
I have great seasonal people.
Yeah. I have good relationships with people like that. I do.
You just gotta keep them in their lane. Keep them in their lane.
Just don't get it confused. Just don't get it twisted. Know who they are. Know who they are and what position they play in your life. I know my leaf people. And I know I got some branches. Because, see, the branches, they going to stick around a little bit more than the leaves. See, the leaves, they going to come in and they going to fall off as they come and go, you know? The branches, they going to stay a little bit longer. You know, they might stay with you for some seasons.
Some of them going to break.
They're going to be with you. And then they're going to break. Like, something is going to cause them to break, you know? Look, the snow get a little bit too heavy. It's fall off, you know? Break. Yeah. So, but one thing, baby, them roots, they ain't going nowhere. Them people that are meant to be, the roots are the people that are meant to be. And one thing about it, we never really pay attention to it, but y'all ever realize, like, the roots, they're not just like little stems in the ground. Roots spread deep and wide. Yeah. Roots spread deep and wide. So what that means to me, like when I think of that interpretation, that means that these people that are the roots, they really keep me grounded. They're here with me through it all. Like, I could bet my bottom dollar that my roots ain't going nowhere. Shout out to my roots. I love y'all.
I love them.
For real. Like, shout out to my roots. Y'all know who y'all are. I love you. Absolutely. For real.
Keep you grounded.
So we just gotta understand that everybody is not meant to go everywhere with you. They're just not. And you have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with giving people the gift of goodbye. Because let me tell you something. You can release somebody today and they're gone now. The very next day, your whole entire life changed. Just because that energy that was attached to them wasn't, the blessing that was meant for you couldn't come because that energy that was attached to your connection was blocking it.
I say a lot of people, sometimes a lot of people is sleeping with the enemy. You see, the person that is closest to you is the person that's blocking you from receiving all the
that's true. That's true
to give to you. Yeah,
that is very true.
And most of the time, I want to say that you know this, you know that, you feel it because you can feel it in your gut that this person is blocking something, but you just don't know what it is. You gotta be able to release it
and listen to your body. I'm glad that you said that because I do believe if we just take more time to be in tune with ourselves, a lot of stuff will start to make way more sense. Because I promise you, once you become more sensitive to your spirit, you'll know soon as negativity come your way, your realm is gonna feel a little off.
You're like, what's this?
It's gonna feel a little off. And you know what? That's shout out to Summer Walker. A lot of people are downing her because of her decision. And a lot of people are talking about her because of something that she did on tour where she said that she prefers not to hug.
And social anxiety.
Yeah. She suffers from social anxiety, but so because of that, she prefers not to be hugged and things of that nature. But the thing about it is she's also a very spiritual person. So she understands that energy transfers.
And you can't be hugging on everybody. And you can't be letting everybody into that space because that's a definite transfer.
Real talk. You ever listen? I know. You ever hug somebody, and then like after they're gone or whatever, but then like your day just start going different. Things just start shifting different. Like you might have been having a great day, But then things just started going different after that.
This lady in church, when I used to go to church, this lady used to come to church. And my family, we had like our own little pew that we used to sit on. Like, this is our pew.
Oh, God, you was one of them church people. I'm coming to sit right on your pew.
No, but our family, we always all sat together in this one pew. And this lady used to come in, and the energy that she carried into the church with her, my whole family, when they used to be like, grab your neighbor by the hand, we used to all be like, oh. And this is in church, y'all, because she just, like, her energy was just so, like, ugh. And you could feel it off of her when she sat next to you. When you have those people, you gotta be like, I gotta move, I gotta get out of this space. Because you don't want that happening on you and tainting what you already got. Because working on your energy is not an easy task.
For real.
When you want to be positive, being positive is not easy. Being kind is not easy.
It's not.
It is not easy because sometimes you just want to go off on people and really be real nice to them. Really, really real nice, nasty.
But I'm about to say real nice, nasty.
Real nice, nasty. I got a few
real
people
nice,
right
nasty.
now that should be thanking the universe that I am the woman that I am and that I am not going to be nice, nasty to them because I really, really want to be. But I'm not even trying to attach that energy to what it is that I got going on. So, yeah, release those people because they're not serving you any purpose. And when you carry baggage, like, yeah, y'all know the song by Erykah Badu, bag lady, you gon' hurt your bag, dragging all them bags like that. Leading bags,
y'all
man.
better stop. Y'all better stop. Y'all gotta pay for the rest. Now we ain't giving y'all no more of these vocals.
I don't sing. Next time we just gonna get K-Love to do it because I don't sing.
That's my song. That's my song.
But yeah, people are the bag ladies. The bad guys, let them go. And I'm going to talk to the brothers, right? So, guys, this is a gift that y'all need to be able to do, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a lot of women that are guys that I see that are in toxic situations that they overlook because they want to be the man. They want to take care of their kids. They want to take care of their family. They want to take care of you know what I'm saying? They want to be the man in that household.
It's the ego thing.
It's the ego thing. It's not, I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to do this. But sometimes, brothers, you got to protect your peace. And if that sister is toxic and she's not helping you better yourself and she ain't speaking life into you, give her the gift of goodbye.
And here's the thing. One thing that he said that I like, because I don't like to think that everybody that you have to get rid of is a bad person.
Not necessarily.
So,
no.
Understand that just because you're releasing people, places, and things, it doesn't mean that they're all bad. It just means that their part in your story is over. It just means that, you know, that chapter has finished. Your book is still going. Please go ahead and turn the page, you know. But their part of the book, you know, their character died off or something. You know, that's all. Like, their character just, we wrote them out. We wrote them out of the rest of the book.
Like, who shot goes?
Who shot goes? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to understand that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing because you are releasing people, but you have to do it. You have to do it. And it's not just negative things that need to be released. I'm going to tell you something. I spoke to one of my very good friends. As a matter of fact, she's my sister. Literally, we call each other sisters because that's the type of a bond that we have. And when we knew each other since high school. And when we were a few years ago, I'd say, this guy that she was completely goo gaga over, he got killed. And so now she's in a new relationship and loves the man. He's phenomenal. He does everything that he's supposed to do. He's a great guy, everything. But she hits me up and she says, I'm still in love with this person, the person that, you know, passed away. And so it's crazy because I literally saw,
I got a story.
I saw, but wait, the crazy thing about it is I saw myself having with her the conversation that you and I had about me releasing my daughter.
Oh, really?
So I had to have that type of conversation with her. I had to let her know, like, I understand the love that's there. And it's never going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? But I had to tell her, first of all, you got to release any guilt. Because no matter what, he's not here anymore, and it has nothing to do with what you did or didn't do. It just is what it is. So you have to release any guilt, but you also have to release him. You have to release him. You want him to rest in peace, but baby, you have to release him. So if anybody is out there struggling, and I can only say this, y'all, because if you don't know, I have suffered loss. My daughter passed away in 2016, and my sister Jamila, we had a conversation just recently. It's 2019. We had a conversation just recently where she shared that with me, like, yo, you have to release, you know? And that's some hard shit.
It's hard.
That's some hard shit. If you've never went through losing a child, you will never know what it's like if you never went through it. You know what I mean? And so in this case where I'm having this conversation with my friend and I'm telling her that she has to release, I'm literally having the conversation with her, but I'm talking to myself too, you know? Because it's like you have to release, because the only thing that you're doing is you're blocking your potential. There are things that you need to do that you can't do because you're cloudy. You're cloudy up here. You're not focused how you should be focused, or how you can be focused had you released.
I'm sitting here having all kind of aha moments in my brain.
All right, come on with it.
Oh, my aha moment. I just keep hearing the gift of goodbye, goodbye. And y'all, I'm like this close to quitting my job.
She's this close to giving them the gift of goodbye.
Giving them the gift of goodbye. And ironically, when she gave me the topic for tonight's show, it was like, okay, universe, for real? So, if y'all don't know, I'm doing healing therapy for myself. So I'm doing some personal work for Jamila, because I know that it's some stuff that I have to do and some work that I got to do, because I've been through some shit. And I need to do some healing work for myself. So me and my therapist, we went into something, and it was very helpful. So she got me, she has me doing work for relationships right now, right? I've been single for like 9 years, y'all. So this is like work. Like, I felt like I did a whole workout after she had me sitting down doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. So after she had me doing that, we do Tune Up Your Spirit Tuesdays. Tune Up Your Spirit Tuesdays, we talked about God sends you angels that have messages for you.
Oh yeah, I definitely caught that.
So after that, one of my angels gives me a phone call, like literally 30 minutes after that, and he rides me. He's like, Jamila, it's time for you to come from behind that desk. It's time for you to do this. It's time for you to do that. It's time for you to do this. And he did it with such love and compassion for me. All I could do the whole time was just smile and say thank you for being that thoughtful to share that with me. And then she sends me the gift of goodbye. So it's just been, this week has just been like, okay, sign after sign after sign after sign. So I'm feeling like God just about to kick me into the office like, I quit. Because I know that when I give them this gift of goodbye, it's going to open up so much for me. And guys, sometimes the gift of goodbye is to push you out of that comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Like I told y'all previously, I was not comfortable a few years ago. Now Jamila is comfortable.
CBDJ
is comfortable. I'm good. Like I'm feeling good. I'm good. I'm stable. I got my daughter in a good school, one of the top schools in Georgia. Her mother's stable. I'm a whole adult right now. And it's like, okay, now God is telling me, okay, you got that together. Now I need you to say goodbye to some stuff. Mm-hmm. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm scared. But I'm not gonna be fearful of it. I'm scared, but I ain't fearful, and I'm gonna go for it. Because the worst thing that can happen is it don't go in my favor, and I just have to start it all over again. I'm not scared. So you gotta have trust too in yourself when you say goodbye to things, because know that you have everything within you
Listen.
Everything within you to achieve what it is that you need to achieve.
It says right here, if God needs me to have it, he'll give it to me. Everything that's meant for me, I'm going to get it, regardless if I'm attached to this person, this job, no matter what. If it's meant for me, it's coming to me because I'm walking in alignment. Mm-hmm. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that y'all have to remember. As long as you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, that's a whole nother conversation. You need to do some soul searching. But as long as you are working on what you're supposed to be working on, and you are walking in integrity, and you are doing things in alignment, I promise you, every single thing that is meant for you is coming to you. Every single person that is meant for you is coming to you. I promise you, because me and Jamila didn't know each other. We didn't know each other at all. Yeah. Goddess Gossip came.
I manifested.
It was a manifestation.
Relationship. I saw her, y'all, doing a live. I was like, oh, I like her. Let me tune in. Who is this girl? I was like, she not from here. Because I was listening to her and I was like, oh, okay, she not from here. And my cousin Shavis did not know that I was watching her already. And she put out a post one day like, I need some ladies to come for Women's Month on my show. My cousin like, you should go out to hit my cousin up. She dope and she should come. She should be a guest. So when she hit me up, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I go. When I left the station, we left out with a show.
We had a show. We had an interview, and as soon as we got off of air, we had a show.
We had a show.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. You have to be walking in purpose. Like, you have to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I promise you, once you release the things that are not meant for you, you're going to be more in tune with your spirit. So you're going to know when things are for you and when they're not for you. But the beginning of all of that is giving people, places, and things the gift of goodbye.
Goodbye. You
have to do it. You have to, because you will never see, you will never achieve, you will never get what's meant for you if you stay in that comfort zone, if you stay in that codependent situation, if you stay with that toxicity. And I'm talking, guys, not just relationships. Like I mentioned, this is for businesses. These are people that are business partners. This is your job that you work, that you go to, and you hate it every single day. Shout out to my homegirl, man. Shantia Robinson, Plain Jane Aesthetics. Please follow her. I can only give you guys her testimony in that literally I used to push her every single day. Please get out of this place. Talking about corporate America. I was like, yo, what are you here for? Like, go, get out, like, go. I know you come here every day and you hate it, but I know what you love. I know what you love. And so because I know what you love, you need to be doing that. Like, that's where your heart is at. I know you're in school, but I'm telling you that after school, that's what you need to be doing. And I promise you, when you do it, the path is going to be laid for you. You're not going to have to work for it because you're going to be in alignment with what's for you already. And I promise y'all, if y'all find Plain Jane Aesthetics on Facebook,
what's Plain Jane Aesthetics?
I'm going to tell you all about it. She has a natural line. She does everything. She is a licensed esthetician. So she does everything from facials to Brazilians, you name it. And
is this the girl that do your sugaring?
She doesn't do my sugaring, but she's going to do my waxing.
Okay.
Yes. So it's just like, guys, when you do what you're supposed to do, the universe will reward you. God will reward you. Whoever your higher power is, like whoever your higher power is, I promise you're going to be rewarded when you do what you're supposed to do. And in your gut, you know what you're supposed to do. So just do it. Just release who you're not supposed to be with. Release the people that you know that's not supposed to be in your circumference. Get rid of them. And it's not like you getting rid of them with some, oh, no, I'm not fucking with you no more. No, it's more so I have to make the best decision for me because I have to make sure that when I leave this place, I need to have lived on purpose.
Empty. Give it all right here.
Period. I think we just... we gave him a whole sermon today. I think we just gave him a whole sermon.
Tune up your Tuesday.
I think we gave him a whole sermon.
I think so. You know? I'm feeling like I need to go quit my job tomorrow.
Don't take it personal. Don't get upset. Because, guys, I know I'm sharing this to y'all, but some people going to have to do this to you, too. Because what you got to know is Somebody
You
gonna
gotta
have to
be
give you.
released too.
Somebody gonna have to release you too.
Yes.
You're gonna have to be released from some people, and that's okay. Don't take it personal. Like I said, it's okay. Like everything that you are supposed to do is you're gonna do it. Everything that's meant to come to you, it's gonna come. So when people release you, you can't feel no type of way. Take it as a gift. Look, take it as a gift.
I feel like you
thank them. Thank them. I promise you, if you go to work today or tomorrow and you get fired, thank them.
Thank you.
They did you a favor.
Appreciate you.
They did you a favor because they set you up for a position that you really probably already truly knew deep down this is what you needed to be doing, but now they have forced you into uncomfortability. Because sometimes we don't like it. Like it's not human nature to say, "Hey, I love being uncomfortable. I just love it. It's amazing." No, nobody likes to be uncomfortable. But when you are forced into uncomfortability, I promise you, you're going to find out what works best for you. I promise.
Y'all, I feel like
I'm just saying.
This whole show was all God is really talking to me.
Well,
this whole show
but,
was for y'all and for me at the same time. There's some stuff I gotta say goodbye to. Because it's for me. It's for me. Because it's Manifest 2020.
Period. 2020 is perfect vision.
Perfect
the year of perfect vision. So it's time, like, we're not going to wait till the new year to have resolutions. We're going to
start now.
We're going to get and do the work now. Feet to street. If y'all ever watched the Community Corner with K-Love, y'all tuned in with me on the Community Corner with K-Love, y'all already know my mantra has always been feet to street. It's time for you to start handling your business. You have to handle your business. Stop letting things put you in a place where you are stagnant. Stop. Whether, I don't care what it is, a job, a person, a habit that you attach to, you better release that shit.
And in saying that, Goddess Gossip will be hosting a forgiveness challenge.
We sure will.
Next month, guys.
Next month. As we wrap up, let us go ahead and let you guys know about next month.
We will be hosting a forgiveness challenge. We're not sure if we're going to do 21 days or 28 days, but we're going to do a forgiveness challenge, and we're going to keep in mind that the holidays are there. So we definitely want you guys to join us on our forgiveness challenge. So going into 2020, we want you guys to forgive yourself of anything that you have done to yourself, anything that people have done to you, anything that you have allowed people to do to you, anything that happened to you that wasn't your fault, but you had to deal with the consequences of it. We need you to do some forgiveness.
We're gonna end 2019 and this decade with a release.
Yes.
So that you can start this next year and decade brand new, fresh, clean slate. Because we got to remember, y'all, this is a whole 10 years that's ending. Yes, a year is coming to an end, but this is a whole 10 years that's ending. And we're about to go into a whole nother chapter of life with this new year and this new decade. So y'all make sure that y'all stay following both Jamila and myself, Goddess Gossip page, so that you can stay abreast, because we will be releasing the details of the forgiveness challenge. We'll have some things for yoga and meditation. We'll have affirmations. We're going to have everything in place to set you guys up for success with this forgiveness challenge. I personally can't wait. I'm looking forward to it because I got some things to release myself. Outside of that, y'all already know every single week, y'all, we come here and we give it to y'all real uncut and raw right here on Goddess Gossip.
So we have conversations
for the nation.
And we spread love,
speak truth, and share knowledge with the people.
That's what we do.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure that y'all continue to follow us, like, share the page, share the content. It's only going to go up from here.
It's only
going
all the way up.
Nothing can stop it. That's my uncle So look,
yeah, guys, it's going to be with the rest of the year, go out with a bang. Forgive yourself. Give some stuff, some goodbyes. Write some notices. Evict some people, some places, and people, things from your life, and pull into you all that it is that you want to manifest into your life. And I say that to you as I'm saying that to myself. And with that being said, we love you guys. Peace and blessings and miracles.
K-Love, I'm signing out.
We out. Peace.
Good night.